So moving on, I guess, unless there's anything else we really want to get into.
Nah,
Nah, alright.
I mean, there's not much else to say. Imon gets his redemption arc, and he goes and helps, and they kill the agent.
Yeah. So, episode 44? Yeah, 44.
Bringer of a miracle, Doberman.
So I feel like at some point you said something like, yo, oh, there's something interesting going on with Doberman you're gonna get into.
Yes. So I did look it up because I said I would. Because I knew there was something about Doberman, but I couldn't remember what. And it's Doberman is one of numerous Digimon who were created by fans. In particular, is the winning entry in the 2001 Shueisha Books Digimon Design Contest, which the prize is having the winner's design become an official design and for it to appear in the anime series.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah, so Doberman is a fan created Digimon. And not only does he appear in the series, he has an important role.
Yeah. Honestly, like, for a fan-created Digimon, this works. This is really good.
Doberman's pretty cool.
He's pretty rad. Like, the weirdest part is that people don't even recognize it's a Digimon. Because you're just like, there's a point where, so it's like Doberman and his tamer Alice are just walking around, and like, the gang meet up with them, and then Guilmon's like, oh, I sense a Digimon, and Takao's like, wait, that's a Digimon? And he just looks over at this, like, effing, like, 5 foot tall friggin' Doberman with, like, a spike collar and, like, effing sharp teeth coming out of its mouth, like, super dinosaur-like. This
Yeah,
thing that I'm pretty sure has little eyes all over its body with this massive spiked collar around its neck, and it's like, no, that can't be a Digimon.
it also has giant claws and like blades on the back of its feet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure its eyes have like reptile slits or some crap too.
Yeah.
Like, this is very much not a normal Doberman.
Maybe if you just saw like its silhouette, you'd be deceived by it, but if you're looking at this thing, it's clearly not a normal dog.
Like, if it was just like a glimpse of it, then maybe, but it's like, just look at this, it's like, it's, even if it had none of those other features, it's so effing big. Like, you'd see it next to, like, Alice right now. This thing's gigantic.
Yeah.
Like, this is a Doberman large enough for, like, a child to ride. Like, an effing, like, 10-year-old or whatever. I guess, like, they're older than 10, aren't they? They're, like, what, like, preteen
I
or whatever?
I think I looked it up and it said they were like 12 or something.
Yeah, this is about big enough for a teenager to ride, basically. Like, this is, just look at him, right?
It's huge.
Yeah,
It's a big dog.
man. Unfortunately, Doberman kinda sucks in the card game, but I really wish he didn't.
I think I saw a thing that said that he was going to be a Digimon you can get in Survive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I might try to get one. Let's see, where is it?
Man,
Digimon Survive.
we're gonna need to play Survive when it comes out.
Yeah, it just okay. It just lists it that Dobermon's gonna be in Survive. It doesn't really say. Uh,
Yeah.
doesn't really say in what capacity or whatever. Um,
Probably like an evolution form or something.
Doberman was probably in a trailer or something.
Yeah. It'd be nice if Alice came back, though. She has a cool design to her.
Uh, yeah, I tried to do some research into Alice as well, like if she was maybe the person, like a representation of the person who made Doberman. But I did. I think they just made her for the anime.
Yeah, it's
Based.
just...
She's not based on anyone.
Yeah, so it's basically just straight up like, oh, who's Alice's partner going to be? And they just, like, picked one of the fan designs to make it real.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they had the Alice thing already planned out, and it's just like her partner will be whoever wins the fan design contest.
Yeah. So that actually explains a lot, honestly. Because so main thing of this episode is that it's like, first off, a lot of exposition on what the D Reaper is and like how Digimon function and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the kids go out to find a bunch of D Reaper agents and like, because the D Reaper is finally starting to make its move. And yeah, they can't do it. They're not strong enough.
Real quick, it's just the detail from the episode that I noticed that I thought was goofy. There's a reporter. There's a reporter reporting on the D Reaper situation, and she's like, "It's really hot. It's like summer. It's like 90 degrees out here, like around the D Reaper or like whatever this thing is." And she's reporting this in a thick winter coat.
Yeah, I guess it's like cooler, like, further back.
The D Reaper is right in the background. She's really close to it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 30 Celsius is like 80 or 90 degrees.
Man, I'm just imagining like what if they went the opposite direction and it's like, just dressing down like effing like, t-shirt and shorts or something.
Yeah.
Just
When we
wearing
cut
like
to,
summer clothes.
when we cut to the kids, and Takato standing in a short sleeve shirt and like shorts, looking out the window.
Yeah.
He's not in shorts, but he is wearing like a really light T-shirt.
Yeah. Just imagine it's like, just a reporter in a bikini next to a D Reaper. It's like, oh my god, it's still so hot. What the heck? Please help me. But yeah, like, I think kids are finding the agents and they're too powerful. So Alice just shows up and she's like, alright, yeah, like, I think I have to help you. And Doberman's, yeah, it's time, I have to go. And she's like, wait, already? And
I have to go.
Doberman's like, yeah. So I was sent to this world to give the kids the power to turn to megas. And now that, like, they're here, I'm just going to deliver it to them. There's no reason to stick around anymore.
Hey, you know how I have had an issue with Last Evolution Kizuna, where the powers that be decided that Digimon eventually just die, and
Yeah,
it's a cruel system.
yeah, this
Th-
this
this isn't the
feels
this isn't the same universe. But like, why did they create Dobermon, make him a partner to a human, and then have him have to go sacrifice himself?
I get the impression that like this is just something they jerry-rig together and they don't actually have much of a choice, right? Because it's like, alright, well, we need him to be a partner to get him to go to the human world, and we need him to carry this, like, evolution energy, or we can't get to the kids. So this is,
Why
like,
does
the
he?
only real option they have.
Why did he need a partner?
Because you need a partner to go to the human world,
No, you
I
don't.
assume.
No, you don't. There's an entire arc of Digimon materializing in the real world just because they can.
Yeah, I guess that's true, actually. He could have just realized. Like, I guess... I don't know, maybe that gates sure whatever, but I'd assume that, like, if Quing Longmar whatever, Quinn Shimon, the Phoenix one, I assume, like, if he can send effing, like, Vajramon to the human world, then he could probably send Dobermon.
Yeah. So
So that
it
is still
seems
weird.
it seems unnecessarily cruel to partner up a Digimon with a human when they have to go and die.
Maybe, like, they just bonded when he got there, right? Because, like, we've seen that people can just become bonded to a Digimon and they just become your partner. So maybe it was
Okay.
just like, they sent Dobron to the human world, and Alice was like, oh, hey, this thing's cool, and she just became its partner.
I will say something because it's gonna pop up kind of after Alice loses her relevance. I think Alice is dead.
Is she?
Yes, because I was reading up on her and it says I kind of vaguely remember the scene, but I believe that when when Alice disappears from the series, she walks away and like she fades out of existence.
Wait, she actually dies?
No, I don't think she dies. I think she was already dead. I think Alice is a ghost.
Huh. What?
Yeah, I don't remember what episode it happens, but it's probably in one of the ones that's going to happen. I only bring it up here because I don't think too much attention is drawn to it. It's just a scene that happens later.
I.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, Alice walks away and she fades away as if she's a ghost. So she might not have been there, or she might have been dead the whole time.
You. You can.
It would,
Your partner can be a ghost?
it would kind of make sense considering, like, I understand wanting to keep a picture of your family, like, with you, like, at work or whatever. But I don't know. There's something about the way he keeps looking. Alice's father, I think.
Yeah.
One of the guys who worked on the Digimon project, and he keeps like glancing over at a photo of his family and Alice, and I don't know. I don't know. It gives the impression that she died at some point. She's just a ghost now.
Huh. So.
And I'm gonna sound, if I'm wrong and I just read that and then I created this scene in my mind, I'm gonna sound really stupid to everybody who's seen the series and is like, no, that's wrong, you idiot.
Yeah, because it's like. I guess we'll see when we get into more episodes. Because I know, man. This seems like a very weird decision to make in like a series about how permanent death is right now.
Well, she doesn't come back to life. She's a ghost. She's dead.
Like if, because I'm thinking it's like if your partner could like you, because hmm.
So Doberman doesn't have a partner.
If
Okay. Oh.
if
Found a clip. She walks away and fades out of existence. Yep, that scene is real.
so if your partner can be a ghost, then does that mean you just never grow up so you get to keep your Digimon forever? Or is it just until you like get your unfinished business?
I don't know.
How does this work? Oh, this is so weird. I feel like I had more info.
I don't know, but
Like,
yeah, I did want to confirm that Alice. There is a scene where Alice walks away and just fades out of existence.
man, everything around Alice is just the weirdest.
Yeah, and it's not one of those things where she walks far into the distance and then it's like, okay, she's gone so far that now she's not visible anymore. Or like she walks into a fog. It's very clear, and she doesn't walk very far before she fades away.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be implying that she's a ghost.
One of the Tamers is a fucking ghost. Oh my
Hey,
god.
at least she's a female tamer who didn't lose her mind when she lost her Digimon.
Just her ghost body.
I'll take it. Because
Yeah.
I complained about it in Try and Last Evolution, but then Jerry loses Leomon and completely shuts down mentally.
Can we just brawn this into like female trainer who like female tamer who like goes crazy when they lose someone close to them just overall? Because I feel like if we do that, we would also include Kari super easily.
I mean, she kind of lost Tai and Gatomon at the same time.
Well, yeah, because she lost Tai and she went nuts, and Galmon turned into an evil Digimon.
Oh, right, Ty was the trigger. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Because they had
Um,
that really dumb fake out. The fake out where it's like the second you see it, you're like, he could have survived that.
yeah.
He has
Hey,
a
remember?
dinosaur with him. He could have survived that fall.
Hey, remember how Sora, when she was about to lose Biomon, instead of standing up and having the resolve to fight like Ty and Matt, she shut herself in her room and moped.
Oh no. Oh no, not Sora too.
Digimon writers, can you please stop this?
Uh, like, at least Mimi didn't go crazy when she had to say goodbye to Palmon, but she did make a big weird deal about it.
Yeah, but she didn't like emotionally go like she didn't go crazy and like eventually she had the realization like no, I do want to say goodbye to Palmon.
They go back to the real world, and you see Mimi just stabbing a pillow with a knife like I'm gonna kill someone.
Yeah, I
Dark
if
Mimi.
if they keep going through with the reboots and they keep doing the other series, and like if a female character loses their Digimon, I hope the writers don't keep doing this. The
It's
villain of Last Evolution could just have easily have been a dude.
yeah,
And
but
it's not me saying like, oh, I don't want a female villain. It's just
yeah.
not have every villain be a woman because it makes them seem completely emotionally like broken.
It's not the best messaging. Like, I will say at least, the whole barfly hair clip thing works way better on a girl than a guy.
I mean, he could have had some kind of butterfly motif on a jacket or like not
Eh,
even directly a butterfly design, but something that kind of resembled it. Like it didn't have to be like that
I
overt.
would sell for like Last Kazoo stays the same and like tries villain just switches between the two of them. Cause like, yeah, that makes way more sense, honestly, I guess. Well, at least we're like avoiding the pitfall there, right?
Mm.
Man, did King go crazy when he lost Wormmon now that I'm looking back? Nah, no,
He
I guess
got
he didn't because he went sane.
he got really sad.
Yeah, losing Wormmon made Kin less crazy. It worked in the opposite direction.
Yeah, yeah. Losing Wormmon snapped him out of his like delusions and like his evil. He's
Oh
like,
my
oh,
gosh.
I messed up real bad.
Oh no. Cause I'm thinking back now, it's like, wait, what did TK do when he was losing Patamon? And I think he just cried and they was fine. He was like, yeah, let's save him.
Yeah, he got sad. He got all sad and like worried about it. But then it gave him the resolve to fight.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah,
Oh
male
man.
characters gain determination and courage. Female characters lose their minds and turn into villains.
I love Digimon. This series has some problems. This franchise has some issues.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm starting to feel like there's a reason this didn't overtake Pokemon.
Yeah, I. Yeah, I've got issues with how they write female characters in most cases.
Oh man.
Hey, you know what though? Uh, Kari and Gatomon in the reboot are really good.
I'm trying to imagine a situation where like, because I can't imagine like if Psyduck died or something, I can't see Misty going off the handle about, and going evil. I feel like that would happen.
She would get really sad for a while, but that's so like. And people are thinking like, well, of course these characters got sad and depressed. They're like their partner they bonded with died, and I know it's just and like you can get sad about something, but you move past it eventually.
Yeah,
These Digimon characters turn into villains.
you can be sad and not plan like a big world-ending like scheme to get your partner back.
Yeah.
Or like, just get so angry that your friend or partner or whatever becomes like the main antagonist of the end game of the franchise or whatever.
Yeah. Like I
Like,
said, what's her face from Try, the villain? She's not even the villain. The villain's Ordinamon.
yeah, the villain's from a different woman who lost her friend and then went crazy and evil. There's two of them in Try.
Yeah, but Meicoomon is what was its deal? It's being manipulated by homeostasis or some crap.
Yeah, I don't think the writers even knew what the deal was.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think it's necessarily Meikumon's fault. I think it's Yggdrasil who did it.
Yeah. At
So
least Mei-chan didn't go crazy when Meikumon left or whatever. Although she did get pretty upset about it.
which is understandable. I'm more willing to give Mako and Meikumon a pass because she didn't fully go psycho, and Meicumon's not entirely at fault.
Man, it's gonna be real interesting to get into the next season of Digimon where they have no Digimon partners, and we get into season 5 or something, and it's like, oh right, that trope was a thing. Are we going to actually continue it?
Yeah, I think I've made my point about Frontier pretty clear, and it's that it's okay. The bond with the Digimon is important to the show, and they lose that in Frontier.
Yeah.
So it's kind of meh.
If nothing else, I am fairly sure Wendy does not go evil. I'm fairly sure that doesn't happen.
Wendy's from Data Squad.
From Frontier, I believe.
Oh wait, then I don't know who you're talking about. Who the heck is Wendy?
Isn't that like the girl with like the wind Digimon, like Kazumon or whatever? Like the wind one?
I think her name's Chloe.
Is that what? Man, I don't remember that at all. I remember her being called Wendy. I'm not sure why. I could be super wrong, and that'd be very weird. All I do remember is that I remember there's a point where, like, everyone, has to, like, destroy a thing, and they all get their cool moment where they, like, go into their, like, humanoid form and break it. And she turns into her humanoid form and attacks, and it's not good enough. So she's the only one that has to go into her beast form to do the same thing everyone else does. 'Cause of course. Thanks, Digimon.
Yeah. Yeah, her name's Zoe, not Chloe.
Huh.
Or if we're watching the sub, Izumi or Emoto.
Where the crap did I get Wendy from then?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. That's odd. That's very odd. But now that's just because she has like the wind attribute, is it? I don't know.
Maybe it's just a goofy nickname you gave her.
I don't think so.
Is wind?
I don't think like Kid Me was that clever. And that's not even like a clever nickname.
Anyways, we're way off topic.
We are extremely off topic, but that's pretty normal actually.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, there's not much else to this episode either, so it's probably for the best. Point is, they mentioned that it's like the D Reaper's just eating excess data, because it's like trying to just make things like, efficient or whatever. And also they mentioned that like Digimon were created to bond with children or whatever, and you see a bunch of child drawings of different Digimon.
Yeah. Takato keeps seeing, or thinking he's seeing Jerry. And hey, he probably is, because Renamon's like, no, I felt something there.
Yeah, I should probably talk about that real quick, because, like, Jerry shows up for like a second and says like everybody lives by their own selfish actions. And it's kind of implied that's why the D Reaper is like deciding the humans are unfit for the world. But I don't know, that this is like the one time where like the D Reaper's way of thinking feels way too human, right? Cause
Well,
like
it is kind of
whether or not, yeah,
it is kind of gaining like human thought.
I guess, but it's like I don't know, it feels very off. They'd be like, oh, selfishness is something I had to snuff out or something. As opposed to like, yo, humans are so inefficient or like disorganized or something. Like, I don't know, maybe like, oh, they're like work too far outside the like nature or whatever. Like they're not in their role or something.
Mm.
Like anything like that feels like it would make way more sense. But yeah, I don't know. Selfishness feels very odd for this specific type of villain to be like concerned about.
Yeah, like why would it care?
Yeah, exactly. Because like, if you think about it, aren't Digimon like even more selfish, kind of? Because they just exist to fight each other.
Yeah, they destroy each other to gain power.
Yeah. I don't know. Compared to that, I feel like we're not that bad.
I mean, we fight massive wars over stupid crap.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we also like build hospitals.
So do the Digimon, depending on the canon.
I
in Digimon World, Centaurmon runs a clinic.
Yeah, but this I don't think this is Digimon World Digimon. And maybe Marine Angemon runs a clinic or something. That'd be interesting. You ever?
In the reboot, it runs an underwater city.
I'm I'm just imagining like Marine Angemon just goes home and just got a little tie on and just sits down and has to like do its taxes. Cause it has to like, make sure all those bits it's earning goes to the right people. Gotta pay effing like I don't know, who's like a governing Digimon, like gotta pay effing Seraphimon or something. Gotta give it to like Naughtymon, who's like working in the business district, working in the government office. Honestly, yeah, that makes way more sense. Gotta pay your taxes to Naughtymon. So yeah, I guess that was episode 44, wasn't it? I don't think there's anything else we need to mention, other than the fact that, like, Dobermon gives them the ability to go Mega, and he gains it from both, like, Azulongmon and the Phoenix one.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, both of them.
There is a scene where they get a note to come to Rika's house, and all their parents are there. And when they get the notification that they got to go fight the D Reaper, they're like, "We talked it over, and we've all accepted that we kind of have to let you go and do this." And like, there's this nice scene where the parents like, "We won't try to stop you. We don't like it, but like, you have to do what you have to do." And
Yeah.
I always appreciate the scenes in these kind of shows where the parents are like, they're understanding of the situation.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a scene where Ipmon meets up with Calumon, and Calumon's just hanging out, wondering where everybody is, and Ipmon like kicks him across the schoolyard.
Yeah, it's such a weird scene because it's like I watched it twice. And I assume the point's that's like Calumon's feeling down, so Mon just walks up. He's like Calumon punt, and he, like kicks him to like get him back in shape.
I think the point is that Ipmon's changed to be a better person now, but he's still like a little devil creature. Like, he's still kind of a jerk.
Yeah. Because the way I saw is like, oh, Calmon's like, yo, feel a bit down or something. And Mon's like, nah, I'm gonna like knock some sense into you. And Calmon's like, what's that for? And he says, so like, come on, yo, what do you think you can do now, Kulu Kulu Kulu, or something?
Yeah,
Like,
he's like,
kind of
he did it.
mocking him for it.
Yeah. And then Calamon's is like, well, I was with Jerry, but then she disappeared. And then Itmon's like, oh, yeah, her.
Yeah.
Itmon's super bummed out at the mention of Jerry because he's like, oh, yeah, I did a really bad thing.
Cause yeah, there's another point where like Calmon's just getting ready to fly off, and Mon just like stops him, and Calmon's like, "No, wait, what are you doing it?" And Mon's like, "Hey, what are you gonna do by yourself, huh, dummy?" And he, like hits him on the head cartoonishly, and
Yeah,
Calmon's
there
like,
is.
"Yeah, I have to help." So Mon's like, "Oh, if you want to go that badly, then we can work something out."
Yeah, Itmon. Itmon, to show that he isn't just like he's kind of a jerk, but he still cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calamon tries to run off by himself into a dangerous situation. Itmon's like, "No, you can't do that." It's like, I'll go. You stay here."
Yeah. Yeah, so Doberman sacrifices himself to give them the power, and his head just shoots off, and it's like shooting light behind it. And it's like it's red and blue light because it comes from like two of the sovereigns.
That makes sense. I was kind of looking for like a red, a blue, and a green or whatever for the three kids, but that makes more
Yeah,
sense from the sovereign.
yeah, but yeah, and like I guess I'm skipping ahead, but we do get a cute little scene where it's like, yo, Doberman's going away, and little fragments are flowing around Alice as she's super sad, and some of them just form into his head for a second just to like lick her and be like, it's okay. And it's like, aw,
Yeah, Doberman's a good dog.
good doggo. You did your duty, man. It's a shame you couldn't stick around, but you did what you had to do.
Well, Alice is a ghost, so I don't think there's much he could have done.
Yeah, they're both kind of screwed, actually. Oh, jeez.
So yeah, at the beginning of 45.